Hi C3, welcome to week 4 of our study with the staff as we go through the book of Acts. This week we will be reading through chapters 12 through 14, and a pattern that I saw happening in this text is traveling, prayer, and persecution. Paul and Barnabas are sent off on their first missionary journey, and they go to the synagogues to teach, and there are Jews and Gentiles that are accepting of the gospel, and there are many that are not. And so they are chased out of the city. Paul is almost stoned to death, but he gets up the next day and he continues to preach. And I believe that they are able to continue in their journeys and preaching the gospel because they were disciplined. As a church body, they were prayerful for one another, they encouraged each other, and they fasted together. And that is my big takeaway from this text, is the prayer, the fasting, and the encouragement. I love what it says, that amidst persecution, Paul and Barnabas continued strengthening the souls of the disciples, encouraging them to continue in the faith. I don't think I've ever thought of encouragement that way before, as strengthening our souls. So when we are encouraging our brothers and sisters in Christ, we're strengthening their souls. It is kingdom work that is happening. And it also says that when they gathered together as a church, they declared that all that God had done. So amidst the imprisonment that they were facing, like Peter was put in jail, James was killed under King Herod's rule, Paul was stoned almost to death. Amidst all of that, when they got together, they talked about all that God was doing. They could have complained. They could have given up hope about the work that they were doing. And not that that didn't happen at times, but I love what the text highlights is that they talked about what God was doing. And so they were encouraging each other again. I love that their perspective was to focus on the good works. And so, my friends, as we are in this hard time, we're not facing the same kind of persecution, but we are in trials right now. And so I hope that you can be an encouragement to one another, that we will be prayerful, that we will be fasting, whether that can be done in different ways, but just that we are being intentional as a church, standing firm together, and so that the gospel continue to spread. Leave your comments below, questions that you have, and keep the conversation going.